on a racist website. Shouldn't the people attack the website, not me? Because if there's a racist website and that website is using my videos for what I don't know, because when I watched it, it seemed like the guys were only saying, hey, well, this guy has some points. He's one of the few black guys that's actually talking about whatever it is.
Not a YouTuber, just like making videos. And it was recently brought to a lot of people's attention that a racist website is uploading some Tommy Sotomayor's videos, and these white racists, these extremists, are co-signing Tommy Sotomayor's flunkery. And then he did a video response to that. You know, he made a video trying to explain himself and the situation, which I give him kudos for that, you know, because he could have just completely avoided it, you know. But he laid down some in half-wit, half-baked argument that was full of deflection. And you know, in this here video, I'm gonna properly tear apart Tommy's argument, because at the end of the video he even said that come with a better argument, you know, and so forth. So hence, I am going to come with a better argument. So here we go. In the intro to the book, The Call of Cthulhu, H.P. Lovecraft wrote, "We live on a placid island of ignorance in the midst of black seas of infinity, and it was not meant that we should voyage far." You know, there's people who have had their gripes against me, and they've said that, you know, I read too many books. They've said I think too much. They say slow down, man, slow down. You know, I'm like, it's just how I am. You know what I'm saying? I think on a macroscopic level, and I don't even understand why some people have a problem with that. You know, they call me a pseudo-intellectual and this and that and so forth. But you know, I properly laid down arguments. You know, and when I see whole lot of flunkery, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to respond. But here goes. Now, one thing Tommy said that you know, he was talking about the racist website, and he said that that, you know, don't Ku Klux Klan members and this and that use the Bible and use the cross, so why don't you boycott that? That's completely null and void, because both the Bible and the cross, and the cross is nothing more than what is it? Something to measure the zodiac, or something to measure the sun, or some shit like that. But you know, I forgot the proper name of the other name for the cross. It escapes my memory right now. But yeah, that's a horrible deflection, because both things existed before the Ku Klux Klan did. That's like saying if racist white people watch football games, black people should avoid playing football or being a spectator and so forth. So that what he said right there didn't make any sense. Okay, now he also said that some of these racist sites will also display Housewives of Atlanta, or display some clips from World Star Hip Hop and so forth. And once again, more deflection. It's a difference between, you know, a racist site displaying some of the honoring that goes on with black people, you know what I'm saying, and then or like a rap video and them saying, look at these monkeys and this and that, or and them I'm saying getting a hold of a Tommy Sotomayor video and co-signing him. You know, even though they'll still look at what Tommy Sotomayor is trying to expose, you know, the ratchet behavior or whatever, as the behavior of most black people, but it's different when they co-sign him. You see what I'm saying? You know, they agree with him and so forth. And so, The thing is, it's funny. There was a cartoonist, an artist by the name of Robert Crumb, which I talked about him in a previous video. He did a comic strip called "When the Niggers Take Over America," and white racists got a hold of this comic strip and started posting it on their websites and so forth. Art Crumb, who claims not to be a racist at all, when confronted with this, when people said to him like, hey, they're taking your comic strip and posting it on these extreme sites, he just said, well, that comic strip was satirical. I'm not a racist. I'm against racism, and I condemn those websites. He just kept it simple and kept it moving. Me personally, I think Robert Crumb is a racist and so forth. But hence, I felt that Robert Crumb did a better job in defending himself and defending his work when white racists got a hold of it than Tommy Sotomayor. Hence, Robert Crumb did not do any deflection. He simply said that, well, what I'm doing is just satirical, and I condemn these sites. Tommy just did a whole bunch of deflection as usual. He'll sit up there and say, black people will go against me but not shut down go against the websites. Hence, I'm like, first of all, a lot of people have a problem with Tommy on YouTube. You know what I mean? I'm like, if Tommy just operated on his world, Your World, My Views website and operated on, and left YouTube, a lot of people, wouldn't be exposed to him. But the dude got like 31 channels. It's safe to say that YouTube is a big part of his financial gain, and so forth. Now, as Promethean as people think Tommy is, I'm like, dude is not all that original. Everything Tommy's done, white racists have done before him. I'm surprised the white racists, if white racists want to get mad at Tommy, is that Tommy is still in their shit, and I can prove it. Hence, there used to be websites called Uncooked Vanilla. Diversity is crap, Detroit is crap. And all these white boys used to do is post videos of black people, being ratchet, black people being rancid, and so forth. They'll never show their face, of course, but that's what they did. Now these YouTube channels, you will always get flagged down, and they'll just come and re-up it, and so forth. Tommy does the same thing. He just focuses on the bad behavior of black people. Put it on his channels or whatever, and then do commentary on it. And that's the only thing that differentiates himself from these white racists. Even the term beasties, black beasties, which he ripped out from the white boys. He got, white people used to call black females she-beasties, and she-coons. He got beasties from the white boys. And I can prove this. There's no denying this. You can't argue with me that he stole that from the white dudes. And so forth. But still, he goes into why don't black people boycott these white racist websites? They don't need to boycott these white racist websites because they don't go to them. I'm like, it's a website. Anybody can form their own website. We're going against Tommy, what he displays here on YouTube and so forth, for a large audience to see. You see what I mean? Like, to go to a white racist website, a white dude will have to be racist himself or just somewhat curious. To stay there, he'll have to just be in that mindset. He just have to be a racist. But here, when you're displaying all of this, you have a lot of white people who don't think they're racist. Because, a lot of whites are in denial. Let's face it. And Tommy may sway their thoughts. Hence, because if they see it from a black person, they're like, okay, I can't be racist, and so forth. And as far as some of these websites, like for instance, niggerama.com. First of all, there are dudes, even Tom Shelley, the person who put together niggerama.com, said that people have infected his website with viruses. That he's constantly battling viruses and so forth. So I do feel that there are black men, are liberal rights, trying to shut him down by using, other means, breaking through his firewall and so forth. So Tommy doesn't know what other people, what other factions out there that's operating that are trying to do damage to these websites and so forth. It's like I said, he does a whole lot of, as I said before, deflection. He is the master of deflection. And then once again, this dude does more flip-flopping like a fish out of water that needs to be struck with an oar. I'm like, we all, one minute he says, I'm just a YouTuber, dude, you know, and this and that. One minute he's saying, oh, I'm trying to help black people. I'm trying to show black people the error of their ways and this and that. So, you know, so I don't know where he stands. You know what I'm saying? When he's in the hot water and when people say, hey, you know what I'm saying, these racist dudes are grafting your videos and so forth, when he has to explain himself, of course he can't say, well, I'm just a YouTuber, you know what I mean, that's all I am. You know, he'll need a better explanation than that. He'll sit there and say that, oh, I am, you know what I'm saying, oh, you know, I'm trying to help black people. I can't help what they do, you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to show black people how, you know what I'm saying, the world thinks about them, you know what I'm saying, how the world looks at them and so forth. Then he goes into the TV show Cops. And I will be honest with you, the show Cops actually does more to show white people in a bad light than Tommy Sotomayor does. Sure, the show Cops have a lot of there's a lot of black men going to jail and having this, you know, this ghetto mentality, of course. But they also show a lot of white prostitutes, white meth heads, white people, you know what I'm saying, who are drunk and who are acting completely belligerent and so forth.
Where'd all the blood come from on your shirt?
What's all this blood from?
Yeah.
I popped his head.
More so than Tommy does. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes I can see it in a whole entire episode of Cops and they may just have all white people in there. Especially when they do the prostitute stings and so forth. They get a lot of those white truck drivers and so forth and this and that. So even Cops is more balanced than Tommy Sotomayor. And then his theory that showing black people the error of their ways and so forth and this and that. I'm like, as I said, he treats black people like we're children, you know. I'm like, if black people wanted to be like white people, if you really admire white people's stance on things and how they operate in their mindset, do you think a middle-class white woman would see that white female, that video of that white female going crazy in a McDonald's drive-thru over a milkshake? You know, we all seen that video. You think she'll look at it and be like, oh, you know, us white people are doing bad. Oh, the white woman has fallen and so forth. No, she look at that person as an individual, say, hey, I'm not like that. You know what I'm saying? Those are people, you know what I'm saying, over there. Hence, you know what I'm saying, the basis of Western philosophy is individualism. You know what I'm saying? When everything is said and done, you know what I'm saying, a person is an individual, you know, and so forth. But, you know what I'm saying, there will always, and the thing is with Tommy, first of all, there will always be these eruptions of ill behavior. You know, I'm like, that's impossible to stop. You know what I'm saying? So basically what Tommy says that us black people will have to kind of like just be more eloquent than white people. You know what I'm saying? We can't do nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Which is, in America, in a capitalist society, and ultimately America is just drenched in deplorable behavior altogether. I'm like, look what kind of country we're living in. I'm like, you want to criticize black people but not criticize the house that black people are in and so forth. But I know Tommy is smarter than this, you know, and I know ultimately it's about money, you know, and so forth, and and getting a paycheck. And you can't do it by showing positive videos. Hence, for every bad story negative story that Tommy shows about the so-called black race, you know what I'm saying, the Congoids, I can show you something that's positive, but it's not going to sell. You know, I'm like, Tommy himself used to do positive videos. I'm like, he had a channel dedicated to Tommyisms and dedicated to the positive, but it got horrible reviews. I'm like, he knew. I'm like, eventually, you know, you go to where the money goes. You know, you go to where the soil is fertile. It's like Native Americans chasing after the buffalo. I'm like, you got to get that raw meat. You know what I'm saying? You got to get that negativity. You know, and so forth. So it's all about financial gain. It's not about, because I can post a bunch of positive videos and positive stories of black people over here and over there. But, you know what I'm saying, it's just, you know, but that's all I want to say. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for watching.